Hey guys and girls,
Hi
it's your
guys,
faves. I'm TlhoNtse,
I'm TlhoNtse and
and
together
together
we
we're
TlhoNtse. Guys, welcome back to our channel.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We know it's been a while. It's been a minute. But thank you for coming through. Thank you for watching this video. If you're new here, welcome. We hope you stay and you enjoy and you subscribe and you be part of our little family. Thank you to everyone who subscribed so far. We appreciate it. 148 is a lot more than we expected.
Definitely.
We know some of you guys actually know us personally. Mara, thanks.
We appreciate it still. We appreciate it still.
We are grateful. Thank you so much. So in today's video,
we are doing what is known as the and. So we're going to do this. This is the first one, and we'll probably do a few more. But basically, we're going to take part in a little exercise activity of questions that we have not seen, that we have not heard, we have not done anything. You'll see them right here. So there's a whole lot of options that you can do on this thing. It's a really great app for friends, for family, for everyone, just to connect.
Even people are
with
just
one
dating,
another.
like even if you're not in like a relationship, you're just going on dates and stuff. You can play this as an icebreaker, maybe. I think that would be quite nice.
So it's a really great way to delve in and get to know one another and just get to, have deeper conversations and just think as to what is actually being thought about.
Yeah.
So we're doing memory lane under the couple section, so we don't know what to expect. None of these questions have been seen before, and the answers as well will not be rehearsed. It's literally what comes.
You guys see is going to be as authentic as possible. This is us answering questions.
So we really hope it's worthwhile, and more than anything, the lesson from this entire thing is never take any moment for granted, and always ask those questions, always delve deeper, never get complacent, never get tired, and appreciate every moment that you have with those that you love. Yeah. So
let's get into
here
it.
Goes. Relax and look at one another until you feel the phone buzz.
Yeah. When was the first time you knew I loved you?
This is very strange, but I think there was a personal tragedy. This was very early on in our relationship, but there was a personal tragedy which I had experienced, and having experienced that, I was quite disorientated and I was quite out of it. But there you were, checking up on me, assuring me and praying for me and with me. And I've always believed that the most supreme form of love, be it platonic or otherwise, is when someone can show you God and bring you closer to God. And in that space and in that time, you were there for me, young as we were. So that was certainly the first time where I knew that, yep, she's the one. Question 2. What smell reminds you of me?
Oh my goodness. What smell? I don't know what you smell like. Like I can't pinpoint it, but you have a certain smell. Like there are certain clothes of yours, even if I wash them, they still smell like you. Like I have your high school shirt. That shirt smells like you. I've had it for like 3 years and it smells like you, but I can't pinpoint exactly what you smell like. Yeah, I can't. But your clothes are the smell that remind me of you.
Okay.
I can't give you a specific thing because you haven't been using the same cologne all this time and stuff like that. Like you yourself have a specific smell. I've told you this, by the way. You have a specific smell, and all your things smell like you, even after years.
Like greatness meets dignity.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's meets world change.
It's a mashup of that and it's a smell.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Okay.
It's a smell. Okay.
Your turn.
What do you think makes me different that you didn't realize before?
Ooh,
What do you think makes me different that you didn't realize before you realized this question?
Your awareness of self, but
Okay.
more specifically, your awareness of self in relation to others. So we once had a conversation, and I think you know this about, not always caring about what people say, which is a good thing, but there was always that thing of, even in not caring, sometimes one would not necessarily realize the impact of that,
of my words to other people.
your words and all of that. So that's certainly something that has completely made you different. You've always been a compassionate person, but compassion without self awareness is just puppy love. And so you are at that level where you are at a sense of deep understanding of loving yourself, and as a result, radiating love to the world.
Self
I
love
take
is the
pride in you.
Ooh. Self love is the best kind of love.
Number 4.
Okay.
What wasn't important to our relationship when we met that is important now?
Wow. This is 10 years ago. Okay. What was important in our relationship? What is important?
What wasn't?
Important.
Yes, when
and
we
is
met
important
and is
now.
important now, yes.
Quality time, I would say.
Yeah.
And I think it wasn't important then because it was the beginning, we spent as much time with each other as we can, but understanding that okay, school, you know what I mean? Like, that was our main focus at the time.
Yeah.
We were just trying to finish high school. Like,
Totally.
there was nothing else on the table for us
No,
but
true.
finishing high school and going to varsity. Right?
Yeah.
So quality time, we saw moments here and there, but like
Yeah.
it wasn't of importance at the time.
Yeah.
As it is now. Now it's very important. Like now we set dates, and now we have you can go 2 weeks without seeing each other. Now we have, things that are important, or we have timelines and dates and restrictions, whatever, to see each other because it's so important. Because I think as we learn love language as well, we realize that's what we share or we have in common. And I think that wasn't important then, but it is now. But I also think as we get older, we realize the importance of getting to spend time together, whether it's going to grocery shopping or whatever. Like those little things were important then. They are now.
Powerful. Yeah, we actually do grocery shopping and run errands together. It's weird, but it works for us.
But you must try, guys, go to Macro and push 2 trolleys together.
It's fun.
Some of your life. Honestly. You feel like you're planning your own future, Angie, and that's time 0. You're just doing shopping for Gunju. What has disappeared in our relationship over time?
Wow. Sure.
This is so intense! Okay, and be as honest as possible. Even if you like politically correct about it.
The one thing that has disappeared in our relationship is, but it's a good thing, I think, that has disappeared, is certainly fear. Fear of one another, fear of...
Sounds having.
I was afraid of you.
Sounds having.
But fear. And I think certainly there was a time where, which I think was normal, just for a brief moment, where there might have been a time where sincerity disappeared. Now that's obviously weird to think, how can sincerity disappear? But when you've been in this as long as we have, this blessing, certain things end up becoming normative. Habit, and so you then start to think, am I saying I love you because I have to, or because it's normal, because you know.
Ooh.
So it really became that thing. It was for a brief time.
No. I think I'm about to cry because I actually understand exactly what you're saying. Like, it seems like there was a point in our life where we just said it because it had to be said.
Yeah.
And it didn't seem as authentic or genuine. And I understand the sincerity.
And it wasn't even a thing to say that I felt any differently about you or anything. It was just those moments where
I have to end the call. I love you.
Yeah, and it was probably like we were probably in a rut, not something that we could not find ourselves out of, but it was just that question of, oh, okay. Look, I mean, here we are now, so obviously you choose because love is a choice, and so you choose this person time and time and time again. And so you just get stuck in the motion of it sometimes because life gets in the way. And so, yeah, but it'd probably be those. Just out of curiosity, what would you have said?
Walls on both ends.
Oh, wow.
Walls have disappeared over time.
I didn't think that far. Deep.
Yeah.
But I guess the fact that we're even doing this, I think is quite. We're learning something, and it's quite indicative because I think probably 7 years ago, for us to have these kind of deep conversations,
they were walls. So this conversation was not gonna happen.
How do you describe how I've changed to others? Dun-dun-dun-dun.
I don't think you. For me, you're the same person I met almost 10 years ago. Like, you're the same person. You're still kind. You're still generous. You still want the best for me. You still just want to see me smile. I wouldn't.
You have a beautiful smile.
Thank you. I wouldn't say you've changed much. The only thing that's changed is you physically. Like, you're a grown man. You know, like that 16-year-old, 15-year-old boy. Like, I can't deny that. I'm just waiting to catch up because I still look like that person, unfortunately for me. But I don't think you've changed. And I think in my conversations with people who've been in my life since we started dating, they don't get that feeling either. Like, we don't talk about how you've changed, the only ways I think you've changed for you is if you become more self-aware. And I think, I don't mean to toot my own horn, but I've contributed to that. You become more self-aware.
Yeah.
You try to choose yourself more. You try to spoil yourself more. And I think it's because I always stress the importance of, when you have guap, buy yourself something as well. You know what I mean? Because I do that. Like, before I think of you, I think of TlhoNtse, and then I'm like, what does TlhoNtse mean? Do you know what I mean? And that's because that's obviously my love language, but I also want you to know how to take care of yourself, because there are times where I'm not going to be able to meet those needs, or people in my life are not going to be able to meet those needs. I think you've changed in that way, in terms of how you are about yourself, or how you treat yourself, and how you give yourself that love that you need, that self-love. I think you've changed in that sense. But in terms of how I describe it to people as my partner, I don't think you've changed, actually. You're the same person I met when I met you. What do you think excites me the most about our future?
The endless possibility,
Mm-hmm.
the endless opportunity. I'm really compelled, to think of the scripture that talks about faith, evidence and things hoped for, things not seen, and it's that. I think that's the most tangible thing that probably excites you, because it's understanding and knowing that we bring out the best in each other, and knowing that there's something real and genuine about that, and knowing that one way or the other, that's what we want: to make the world better, to impact lives, to build people, to make the world better for others, to just continuously serve people. So I think that's the one thing that excites you, being able to relish in all of that, and knowing that you would be doing it with your partner, the person that you choose time and time and time again. If I'm wrong, it's late, but it's okay.
I'll answer your question.
What's one memory we will never forget and why?
Turning matric dance. Both of our matric dances.
Yeah,
Turning 21 together.
yeah.
Turning 25 together. And our first getaway.
Why?
Matric
You don't have to say all of them, but
Okay.
just if you can.
matric dance. I'd say people go to matric dances with people, and then 2 years already down the line, they don't know who it was.
Yeah.
They don't have pictures. Or they cut this person out.
Yeah. You have them.
You have your own hand. So I don't know where yours are.
Okay.
I know where mine are.
But we have the electronic copies, though.
Did we have it?
Yeah, the ones that we took on our phones. But that's beside the point. You were saying.
Oh, that's tricky. Okay. But I think just sharing that special moment, and then I don't know, man. Like for me, all of those encompass you being my high school sweetheart, my varsity. I'm saying varsity sweetheart, like twang. Varsity sweetheart. I think those are things we'll never forget because it's rare to have that. You know what I mean? It's rare to go to matric dance with somebody and then down the line still even be friends with the person. But now we're actually still together, and it's like a whole different ballgame. Our first getaway, solely because it was just a nice time, and we did it like we weren't those kids who went on a getaway at like 19, 20. You know what I mean? Like we waited to be adults for our parents to understand we're responsible, whatever. Like, and I think having all those milestones with you has been nice. It's been nice to grow with you, and I think that's some memories you'll never forget. The matric dance was a party.
It was.
Everything was just a party. And it was
We must
great.
relive that one day. No, like to the people. It's like we must tell them what happened.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do that. What do you think our relationship teaches others?
Baganagai.
Give us lots of material. I'm so impressed by this question. But you gotta answer it.
Oh, I must answer. Wow, I was waiting for you to answer. Wow, that was a proud moment on my part. Anyway, I think our relationship certainly teaches us two things. I think the one thing is when you describe what people see me as and what.
Teaches others.
Yes, I'm getting there.
Okay,
So what people see me as and what you see me as are always two different things,
Like, I don't think you're scary. It's the funny thing.
You know,
Because you feel like I don't.
And it's not even that, but there's always that Mr.
Yeah.
Robot, Mr. Whatnot. And so it teaches others the importance of not taking yourself seriously, but also just having fun. But understanding that fun is not defined by anything. It's what you and your partner decide to choose, and it's choosing one another, being able to be ridiculous with one another, regardless of who says what. I mean, if we go to a shop and a song that I like starts playing and I just start singing or ad-libbing or dancing, and I think that's the most important thing. Choosing to find joy in everything, and most importantly, being with your best friend.
That's what we teach people.
Yeah.
To find joy. Okay.
But also, if you don't found your relationship if the foundation of your relationship is not friendship, then it's tickets.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we're almost at the end, kids. Just hold on, just a little while longer. We're almost there, but I really hope you're enjoying thus far. In what ways are we still growing? In what ways are we still growing?
In what ways are we still growing? Huh?
Yeah.
I haven't got a difficult question. In what ways are we still growing?
That's right.
We're still getting to know each other
Mhm.
because the same person you met at 16 is not the person I am today. For the love of PB.
Good. Just a bit.
Because I believe, you know, I believe in growth and in taking those steps for yourself as a person and
Yeah.
just becoming better in every way. Sometimes you have to kherez to become better
You must
in your
Yeah,
life.
you
Yeah,
boy.
yeah.
But
So
anyway,
I think that that that's one way we're growing. We're accepting the different people that we are. You know, there's some quote that I once saw that said, "I have to accept it's something about accepting the depths of the person, of who that person was, and accepting the person who's been resurrected now." Something like that.
heaven.
You know what I mean?
Go deeper.
And I think we're growing in that way. We're accepting the depths of the person you were
Yeah.
2 years ago, the person you were 5 years ago, the person you were 8 years ago, the person you were 10 years ago. I need to accept and be at the stage, at the level that you are now. And it's like the conversation we had the other day, obviously offline, where I spoke about how that's something that's difficult for me to wrap my head around, how we're changing and we're growing. And I always expect you to treat me with kid loves because that's what you did in the past. And now when you punch back, I'm like, no, it's not how it's supposed to go. You know what I mean? And I think those are ways we're still growing. We're still
Yeah.
getting to know each other because I think it's fortunate. I don't want to say unfortunately, we're growing with each other. It becomes a shock to my system when I see you as not the person I met. You know? So I think we're growing in that way of I need to accept that person's gone.
The breaking down.
Yeah. I need to
Okay.
accept that person's
Okay.
gone, and I need to be okay with this person and accept this person's being and accept this person.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think those are the ways we're still growing, is getting to know each other at each phase or whatever of our lives, and it's a lot sometimes.
Right.
Because shame, we have changed. What do you think has been our greatest accomplishment thus far as a couple? Yeah.
Us.
Huh?
Literally us. The story of who we are. Because here's the thing. From what we're doing now to what people see to what people perceive
Okay.
as to be, we've always chosen one another. And the greatest difficulties of life are always being able to annotate at any point in time the tragedies and triumphs, successes and failures of any human being. So, even in that space, we are our greatest accomplishment because we've chosen each other every day. That's why I don't think we would have made it if we didn't, because that's what love is, number one, that choice. But number two, it's looking at even when the chips were against us, our backs were against the wall, we were able to overcome. We were able to do this in our own individual spaces, but together as well, because even in those individual spaces, we saw one another go through the motions. We saw one another go through the tribulations and the difficulties that came with certain things. So, literally, for us to have been here, to have gone through every challenge that we've been at or been through at this point in time, and to have overcome that, because I know for a fact that half of the things that I've been through, I certainly would not have been able to go through them had I not known that even when all other voices around you are silent, there's still that one voice that keeps saying to you, you've got it, you're worthy, you can still do it. Because sometimes even your own voice dies out, your own voice disappears, but yours has always been there. And I would like to assume that mine has been there for you. So our greatest accomplishment is us, everything encompassed. Thank you. Thank you so much. Final question, guys and girls. If you could relive one moment from our relationship forever, what would it be and why? If you could relive one moment from our relationship forever, what would it be and why?
The first night we met.
Ah!
And I'll tell you why.
Why?
Well, I have to tell you.
Tell me why.
And nothing.
Tell them.
You made me say you should have done that. I think the first night we met, because it was weird, man. Like,
Interesting choice of words
it
from
was
you.
weird, but it was also very interesting. And
Go deeper.
I've never said this before. Like, I've never told you, obviously, before. But like, it was a very interesting
Hey,
way to. It was a very interesting way to meet someone, because we spoke on Facebook. We were like, yeah, let's meet. Are you coming to the social? Yeah, I'm coming to the social. And then he was like, I'm not staying for long. And I was like, I don't care. I just want to see you.
Needless to say, I did stay.
I don't want to see you. So when we got to the social, my friends and girls from the other hostel, we all arrived together, right? Like, we were like a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And then
Gungu.
And then we got there, and then there was you and your two other friends, right? So I saw you and I was like, it's this guy. But I'm not gonna say anything. Like,
Of course.
I can be very shy if I want to. I don't know what this is supposed to be. If I want to, right? So that night was one of those nights, because I was just like, if he wants to approach me, he needs to come through. You know what I mean? So I like the build up of everything. Like, you saw me, I saw you, and we just moved on. Like, we didn't, you see someone, then you unsee them, because we had never met. We had only seen each other in pictures. But like, I look like how I look in pictures, just shorter. He looks like how he looks in pictures, probably taller. That's literally it. Like, we look like what you see, you know?
Yeah.
So I saw you saw me, and I was like, we move. Make a move. Get a make a move. We move. So then me and my friends, we go, we dance, it's a social, we having a party. So then I needed to pee. So I walk out, and that's when I bumped into you. I didn't even know where you were going. I secretly feel like he was going to find me. He's just never told me the truth. I think he was going
You
to find
never
me.
asked.
Oh. Anyway, so we bumped into each other at the door. I forgot about going to pee. I mean, literally just started talking. One of his other friends came. We had a 2-minute conversation, and then him and I literally chilled with each other all night. And I think I would relive that day and probably just ask different questions and whatever. But I would relive that day, because it was the most simple day in our relationship. We had no reason to be anything else but what we were in that moment. And I think I'd relive it, because it was just cute. It was special. It was innocent. It was, oh, there's this guy. I met this guy. I mean, but I'd relive it because it was simple. It was cute, and it was the start of something I never thought would get here.
Be the start of something new. It feels so
Yeah, it was kind of like that actually. Now that I think of the actual movie. Oh, and now
looking in your eyes,
I see in my heart the start of something.
The start of something.
The start of something. Stop. Yeah. Now who'd have ever thought that?
But anyway.
Woo! We both be here tonight. No, I'm on. But I think that night, solely because it was just such a simple night, we didn't have to be anyone else but ourselves. And you were very comfortable for somebody who didn't know a person. And that's what I liked. Like, you were very comfortable in your skin that day. And it was a very good day. You didn't have to be anything else but yourself. Because after that, when we started dating, obviously because we're dating, he was more intense now and like very, you know? And I was just like, what the hell? Like, why is he so intense? So I loved that day because it was the most simplest day of our relationship. I can call it that because it was the start. But yeah, I love that day. It was a very simple, cute day.
Look where we are.
Which is weird. I didn't think we'd get you. It's not weird that we're here. It's just, I didn't think we'd get you. Good job.
Well, that's all we have time for today. But thank you so
watching.
much. Remember, please like, comment, subscribe, spread the love, spread the joy.
Spread kindness.
Like wildflowers. Like wildflowers. Just spread it all over, because certainly now more than ever, the world definitely needs it. We continue to send out love and light and every positive vibration to everyone. Continue to stay safe. Continue to take this pandemic and this virus serious in everything that you do. Just do your bit and it will go a long way. Be kind to one another.
Bye guys.